guys? It is your boy RPG Fans Only show here, back with some more Let's Plays. And so we're coming up with the new Let's Play, Farther Story Part 2 coming out after this. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we are playing Blood of Calamity. This is a Kemco RPG game. And we kind of have already a little autosave if I load game here. We basically at 1 hour 20 minutes and 18 seconds, which is basically a very long time to just kind of test run the game. A lot of grinding involved, and it's kind of one of the earlier RPGs that Kemco has basically developed. And well, Kemco doesn't develop games, they actually just publish them. Other third-party companies actually develop games for Kemco, and they just publish them for that. You've probably seen EXC create probably a lot around. If you've ever played any of the Kemco RPGs, they're one of the main staples of the third-party series that kind of do most of the work. I don't know if you played Across Age, but they played in that game as well. But yeah, we are going to be starting a new game here. And as you already know, Kemco's games have story up the ass. There's a lot. That's why they have this recall button. Because the stories are so long, in case you miss something, you can recall that. But I'm not going to be reading any of the story. I will let it play. If I know it's going to be a lot of dialogue, then I'll skip it. Or if I'm tired of just reading the dialogue, I'll skip it. Yeah, this game is interesting. It's one of the Edo period, one of the very few samurai-style Kemco games. So I decided to check this one out before I check out Dead Dragons, because they're both kind of similar to each other. But the artwork or the animation when in battle, the characters do look a little bit more animated towards the end of the battle. They have like pretty cool animations. But yeah, this is part 1, and we're gonna see how far I can play this game, how far it takes me. But yeah, there will be times where I think I might have to grind. This game isn't too grind heavy, but there will be certain parts because the enemy spike in this game is ridiculous. The enemies become extremely powerful from one area to the next. There's no like gradually easing you into it. The enemies will just kind of mow you down. And so yeah, grinding might be necessary, but grinding is overrated. So I'm just probably gonna play this game for what it is. But yeah, I do have whatchamacallit, already a saved file. I'm not gonna touch that unless I have to. Which, if I don't feel like doing all the work all over again, I might just skip to that and then we'll just play from there. But most likely, we're gonna start this as a new Let's Play. And so, how do you go from a playboy to a pervert? That doesn't work like that. But yeah, this game isn't Chinese mythology or Japanese mythology or anything. This is kind of its own story. So, yeah. And so he's our second party member, if you don't notice that. Kenshiro is our first party member, and Tatsuto is our second. And yeah, we get another one, as you can see, Kaguya or Katsuya, whatever her name is. And she's like a bowsman or archer. She's kind of very weak. But yeah, I'm going to explain some of the things in this game. Like the type of what makes this game stand out. Every RPG has like one element that makes it stand out from the next RPG. This one has like 1 or 2 elements that I think are kind of new to the RPG genre. I wish they implemented these into like current day RPGs, or not even that, past day RPGs would have done some of the mechanics this game has to offer. Yeah, so I'm going to explain them to you before they explain them to you, because the explanation might take time out of the video. And so Kiho is basically your magical spells, or whatever the case is. It's basically your healing. Kiho could either be an attack spell, a support spell, or a healing spell. So everybody has some type of healing spell when they join your party in this game. In terms of equipment, we got pretty okay equipment. Boost stats means that basically when you level up, you get to decide what stats you want to level up instead of the game automatically doing that for you, which is a very cool mechanic in this game, because you can basically go for a completely fast character that attacks like 3 times while everybody else attacks 1. And so I honestly, my first run through, I went attack with Kenshiro here, and Tatsuto I went with speed. And I went with the girl. I took her and I did art with her, so her keyhole abilities were extremely powerful. And yeah, so you can also swap. Swapping is also another characteristic in this game. You will be swapping a lot. Tactics, you can edit your formation. Um, this formation can be used. Okay, I want to keep this party. We want to end it the Mandara. What the Mandara does is it helps boost your character's stats. Um, so this will increase defense, mind, speed, attack, and basically all of your skills, whatever. With him, and necessarily, I like to go with defense, and then actually, I'd go with speed with him, and then he goes with defense, and then I'd usually, when I get the third party member, which is the female, we do attack with her. Um, yeah, so you have different types of lists of enemies and allies that stuff like that. You check out your abilities, which just checks out your stats, um, and also the also the ailments of your character, like in what status effect they have on them, if they're poisoned or if they're paralyzed or whatever the case is. That's where you would check. But you would also check like during battle. You'd also check as well because it would pop up eventually. 300 Rio. There's not really much we can get, so we got to go to the forest. That is our first mission here. So Okutsuno Forest is northeast of here, which isn't that far, honestly. It's kind of like around the corner by any other standards. Lead the way to Otsuka Forest. Yeah, we'll go to that cave later on here. But right now we got to go to Otsuka Forest, which is right here. And Okutsuna Forest is a very short area, so we're gonna bust through this pretty quickly. The next two areas after this are a little bit longer. One is climbing up and down a mountain, and the other one is going through a village. Not a village, but a clan tribe or some shit. So I think we come here to kill a yokai of some sorts. If you don't know what that fountain is right next to us, that's a healing fountain. It will give you HP and MP and cure all status ailments. Okay, so I'm going to skip past this because there's a lot of dialogue. And Chemical games are ambitious, but they're also badly, there's not a lot of put umph to the game. There could be more things put on the screen. I guess the RPG maker they use isn't exactly the best. But yeah. Sometimes I wonder, Tatsuto, if you have any faith in me at all. I don't think Tatsuto likes you, to be honest. You're kind of a pervert. Tatsuto's more of a ladies' man. But enough talk. Get ready, Kenshiro. The yokai are coming fast. Alright, this is our first combat. And yeah, so you already know. Attack and defend are obviously attack and defend. You do have clan specials, which are special abilities that only your clan or basically your clan can do. So members of his clan can do Zanto Setsetsu, which is basically, I'll have to show that off. I can't spoil them. But yeah, you have Kiho attack, you have Kiho heal, and Kiho support. Burning Slash does basically fire damage, and it's actually kind of useful, but later on will be not used as much. So his Kyo is Fist Strike Drill. He has Meditation as well. His clan special is Anako, which basically slows an enemy when he hits him with a super mega attack, which is pretty cool. His Kiho's Drill, which is a light rock attack, which does a little bit of damage. It's basic. And the only way to do a clan special is if you fill up that bar in the top left corner, the little flame thingy, that's at 8%. Once you fill it up to 100%, or the required amounts, you can basically do these powerful ass attacks, which is pretty cool. It's interesting. It's a new mechanic. Kenshiro Tatsuro. A massive horde of yokai is attacking the town. That doesn't sound very. That doesn't sound good. Many in number, huh? We're gonna have to kill some of them. Don't know how many we can kill, but we gotta at least take down at least one or two. Okay, so enough talking. Let's head back to Okutsuno. Alright, so he's gonna explain. And so you can't go back if you wanted to heal. So you really can't do nothing to this place until after. Until after you basically completed your quest. Let's go ahead and oh, you know what? Actually, here's a better tactic. If we do, because Kenshiro's already kind of fast once we level him up. So I'm gonna go. I think I'll leave him with the flash. Yokai are attacking everywhere. Yokai everywhere. Yokai everywhere. That was so anti-dramatic and very anticlimactic. And that's one yokai down. Yokai look a lot more menacing than when you actually get into the battle. They don't look anything as menacing as they do when they're outside of battle. Who said you could assault our voluptuous young beauties? That's my job. Kenshiro to the rescue. You're still a pervert though, Kenshiro. You're still a pervert, bro. As many yokai as possible to buy them time. I'm ready, Tatsuto. Let's reinforce the soldiers at the front. See how many we can take with us. Uh-oh, stronger yokai entered the castle. Your father's probably dead. He probably got eaten the fuck up. Just to be honest. Just to be honest. But we shall handle this situation with part 2 of Blood of Calamity. I will see you guys next time. This is your boy RPG Fans Only Show, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have, make sure to like, subscribe, give me some feedback. And as always, fans, till next time, bye-bye.